Welcome to another guide too, with me, MrSealyp. Welcome to this mod roundup. I don't do these very often. Normally I do individual mods, but there are a few that came out, well actually it's yesterday now. This is going to be released on Saturday. These mods came out on Friday onto the Modhub. Some of them I think have been out on PC already, but they are new to console. Some of them may be new to both. I'm not 100% certain which ones are which. However, I've got a roundup of 4 different mods, but there are multiple versions for all of them. I'm going to start off over here, and this is the Kroger, I think it's Kroger Agroliner HKD 402 pack. This is from CatFan18 Mods. It's like the Agroliner mod that's already in game, but there are some subtle differences. They're bigger for a start, and there are a few different options available. So I'll start, as I always do, looking into the Modhub, not the Modhub, the store, at the options that we have available. Then we'll look around the mods and we'll move on from one to the next and to the next and so on. So to begin, in Tippers, once installed, you've got the Kroger Agroliner HKD 402 and the HKD 402 Blue. We'll start off with the HKD 402. Options available: standard, street tyres, Nokian tyres. Nokian or Nokian? I'm not too sure with that one. I think it might be Nokian. They're interesting ones. I'll talk about those in a minute as well. Design, we've got white and we've got colour, which again we'll look at. If you have the tyre options, they vary. Standard on both gives you a price of 32,800. The capacity of this, I'll go back out actually, the capacity of this is 31,500 litres, so not a bad size. If we go to the standard, I say standard Agroliners, not as a standard, but we've got the HKD 302, which is 21,000 litres. There's the A-frame swivel axle and the solid frame there, and then we go a little bit further up and there's the Agroliner TAW30, which is 45,000. So this kind of comes somewhere in between those. Triple axle. Then you've got the HKD 402 Blue. Again, standard, street tyres, Nokian, white and colour for the design on there. And then prices again, if you go with standard, 32,800. It will go up with street tyres and up a little bit higher for Nokian tyres, but not massively. It's pretty good, I have to say. Price per day, £55, dollars or euros. Maintenance, which again, pretty good, I have to say. The difference between the two, one's blue, one's not. Quite subtle, I have to say, but let's have a look around the standard. I say the standard one, the 402. Like I say, triple axle. This one comes with the standard tyres, which, yeah, they're great. Nothing wrong with those at all. Detailing, very, very good. My taste test is that getting close, look at the decals. Do they blur? Do they look a bit iffy? Not at all. Even like the VIN plates on there as well. Decals down there on the actual frame, the subframe, chassis, whatever you want to call it. Detailing on the sides where you've got your tie downs with your kind of elastics and the covers. It's great, great details, great mods. The release handles for the sides, I mean, it's all here. Very, very nice indeed. We'll have a look at the covers on and off and the tipping functions, all that in a minute. This version is, we'll go back in actually and just double check that. Standard street tyres, that was it. Couldn't think what they were called. I was going to say road tyres, but street tyres, which are, there's far less tread on them and they are a little bit narrower as well. But that's the only difference between the two. Oh no, it's not the only difference, is it? I've got the white design there and the colour design there. So we've got the white one there and then we've got the colour design on the rear one. So change in tyres, change in design. The covers are the same colour, the sides are the same colour. That's interesting actually, because when you look at the picture on the Modhub and when you look at the picture there, it kind of shows it as grey, but it doesn't give you the option to change the colour of the actual trailer, which is interesting because you look at the picture there on the left hand side, it looks like grey and green, and when you come back out it's just green really. There's not the option to change colour on that. Interesting one. But anyway, come around to the back, single grain door, again the nice details with the elastic tie downs and the actual clips for them, and we have a rear attacher on each trailer, which means you can daisy chain them like so, giving you, or if you link a few up, very very handy indeed capacity wise, although as I've always found with these A-frames they can be a bit of a pain for handling and manoeuvring. The third option you've got here is with the knock-in tyres, and these are really chunky knobbly looking tyres. Nokian, as far as I recall, they are the northernmost tyre manufacturer in the world, and they deal specifically in kind of bad weather, not bad weather, but changeable weather tyres for kind of off-road driving conditions, bad weather driving conditions, snow, that kind of stuff. I think it was on the, trying to think, the Valtra, the world record edition had knock-in tyres, I think, if I recall correctly. But anyway, I digress. So there we go. That's the 402 standard version, if you want to call it a standard version. Single grain door. Very very nice mod, great detail. Yeah, it looks really really good. So then you've got the blue version, which you think, well, okay, it's blue. I mean, same trailer, same capacity, but when you look at them next to each other, the green one sits a little bit higher and seems a bit narrower. The blue one seems just a little bit more squat, a bit lower and a little bit wider. Like I say, capacity is the same. The actual tyre size seems to be smaller as well, the wheel size on the blue version. A lot of the other details are almost identical, but like I say, the blue and the cover isn't yellow, it's like an off-white colour. When we come around to the back is where it gets a little bit more interesting. These are subtle differences, but they do make a difference with the trailers. Single grain door on this one. On the blue version, triple grain doors on the back. Interesting difference. This one is the one with the white design, this one has got the colour design, but yeah, that's, I mean, there's not really a lot of difference to it other than that. What I will do though is go and jump into the little Kramer. This will hook up, so we'll go to this one here and hook up. Right, cover open, cover closed. So from here so we can see a bit better. Cover open and closed. We have got the hitch here, so if I go to that one, disconnect, I can drive forward, come back again, connect. We've got them both hooked up. Very nice. We'll drive forward. Whoops, wrong one. That's just about typical, isn't it? That's better. Right, drive forward with this one. So, if we drive forward ever so slightly, we'll open the cover. So, tipping, grain, rear, tip. Close that down. Grain door. Just take a little while before that kicks in. That's the grain door. Close that one. The grain door will close. And I think it's tip side left next, I believe. Tip side left. No, that's still stayed in that one. Tip side left. The side panel's open and it tips to the left. Very, very nice. And over to the other side. I believe it's that one. Tip side right. There we go. Those are our tipping functions. Very, very nice. Good details. Smooth actions. Nice animations, not bad at all. And we'll leave that there. And we'll just whiz back with one of the blue ones. So, I will pull this forward a little bit. So, we should start on the rear tip, I believe. Rear tip. Bring that back down. Change that to that. Should be grain doors. Yeah, triple grain doors. Nice detail. And then the same with the rest of it. Tip side left. Close that. Tip side right. And there we go. I don't want to be doing this a disservice. At the end of the day, it's a trailer. It holds things. There are some subtle differences between the two of these, but they're very, very nice, tidy mods. A few options available with colour of design, tyre choices, that kind of thing. But very, very nice mods, I have to say. CatFan 18 mods, very, very nice. Okay, moving on. The next set of mods, more trailers, which I'm going to be looking at, are, and I need to get this right as well, this is the old-fashioned tippers from Big Farmer 145. All of these will be in the description, so don't worry about that. We'll have a look in the store. Scroll a bit further across. We've got the Lizard 8,000 litre tipper and the 6,000 litre tipper. We're going to look at both of those in a second. There are lots of options available on this, so we're going to whiz through fairly quickly. But on the 8,000 version it's 4,300 to buy. The 6,000 version is 3,200 to buy, which aren't too bad for trailers. Main colour, you've got an array of greens with some blues in there and a couple of other colours for changing the main body colour if you should choose to do so. The wheel setup is standard or wide. Those are the two options available. Design, there are a lot here. There's Mensing, I apologise if I get these wrong. Erlkers, I think it is. Velga white, I'm assuming it's Velga, could be Welga, but I think it's Velga. Velga yellow. Diadam, I think it's Diadam, could be Diadam, but I think it might be Diadam. Krone Emsland, and then there's one with reflectors. So there's quite a few different options available, but these are 8,000 litre tippers. You've got the 8,000 litre tipper version, you've got a bale and high boards version, so you can have it for bales if you want to. We're going to have a look at those options available. The prices vary slightly here and there depending on what version you want, but not massively. It's still going to stay around that kind of price anyway. I don't think any of them go above 5,000 on the first one. So we're going to look at the 8,000 litre ones first. I've done this one in a kind of slightly light green. Really nice because it does look old. You've got two options for the wide and the standard tyres. That's the standard and the hubs are red. The wide tyres, the hubs are white and they are slightly wider. I mean, you can sort of see looking down there, very, very narrow. These ones are a bit wider, which you'd expect from a wide tyre. Nice detailing, like the grain of the wood. Look at that, that's brilliant. Again, tie down's very, very good on this one. Big Farmer 145 has done a brilliant job. A-frame swivel axle at the front again. These aren't my favourite cup of tea when it comes to trailers. I really do struggle manoeuvring these about, but they are very, very flexible, very, very versatile. Design wise, I think this is one that's the, what was the name of the first one? I will double check it. It was Mensing. I think that's the Mensing, but I will take the cover off and we'll have a look. The cover even looks kind of old, the tie downs, yeah, it's great. I really do like it. I think that's the Mensing. No, it's not the Mensing, that's the standard, that's the Mensing. So I've done, this is the standard version, and this is the bale version. The bale version with high boards. The sides come down on this one, so you can use it as a bale trailer. Obviously you don't have to put bales on there, you can put pallets on there, anything you want really. But I'll show you a little function on that in a minute, which is very, very nice. So the Mensing, as it says, just there. Then we've got this one. is the Erlkes version. The trailers are identical, it's just the kind of decals that go on them. Then you've got the Velga in white, and then you've got the Velga in yellow. We've then got the Diadam or Diadam, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that, but there you go. That one there. We've got the Emsland, the Krone Emsland version here, and then we've got the one with reflectors around the side of it, just here. Those are all the options available. These ones are all on standards. I left those pretty much the same. What I will do, as I did with the other ones, is I'll just whiz back round here, and what I'll do is we'll just hook up there, and I can, if I press L1 on the PlayStation controller and X, it puts the side panels up. Now, that doesn't like that at all if you don't put the tie downs on, or the tension straps. The bale version, which is this one, has got tension straps. So I put the tension straps on now. It should be on there we go. Interestingly, as soon as I do this back up again, it's fine. Works no problem at all. If you try and close those sides up with the tie downs or the straps not on, it doesn't like it. It flings stuff about, and it's, yeah, I don't know. So it's better off to use the tension straps anyway. So the bale version, open that back up again. Great details with the chains on the sides and stuff as well. Comes with tension straps. I will do them up and then undo them. Lights on these, actually they were on the other one as well. Lights are pretty standard. Indicators, pretty standard. I think we get that on most of them now. And if you notice as well on the back of this, we do also have the rear hitch, which means you can hook more than one together and daisy chain them. Very, very nice. There are a lot of options available. I know I've kind of laid them all out in front of you, but sometimes it's nice to just see what options are available. Right, cover on this one, cover on and off. Quite straightforward. With this one, this will have the tip function as well. If I do that and that. Grain door, this doesn't have like just a rear tip back, it's just grain door. It goes through there. But it's very, very nice. If I then go to get this right around, that one. Tip side, again, nice details on this. See the latches move, sideboards opening and that kind of stuff. It's great. Watch it close up again and the side latches close. Brilliant. Then go to the other side, does exactly the same thing. Nice fluid animations. Even the inside bed looks quite old and used and a little bit rusted. Nice mods, very, very nice mods. So disconnect from there. That's the 8000 version. Coming over here, we've got the 6000 version. So 6000 litre. They're exactly the same mod. I say exactly the same mod. They're not exactly the same. They're larger, these ones are smaller. I've done these in a slightly darker green so you can see the difference. Again, I've got narrow tyres on this one, wider tyres. The narrow ones come with the red hubs, I guess, and the wide ones come with the white ones. This is a standard version. If we have a look into the store again, this is the 6000 version. Main colour we can change again. Wheel setup, standard and wide. Design, all the same designs are available. I won't go through all of them again, but they're all available the same as they were on the previous version. This one though, you've got the 6000 litre tipper. You've got it with high boards or bale trailer. The other one is high boards and bale trailer. This is high boards or bale trailer. So when we come back out and have a look, that's the standard version. That's the version with high boards there, and then this is the version with bale trailer, whereas the other one had high boards. Oh, there we go, high boards and bale trailer. This one is 3 separate: standard, high boards, bale trailer. Works exactly the same way. When you hook it up, this bale trailer you can close the sides up on. The other versions, the tippers work exactly the same: rear grain door, left tip, right tip. Very, very nice. They do look old. They've got that, that nice weathered look about them. I think, on my Let's Play I'm doing at the moment on the Golden Days of Farming, it's all old machinery, all small machinery. These would fit in there really, really well. I like the options available, and the fact there are so many different kind of colour variations available make them very, very nice mods indeed. So if you want an old-fashioned tipper, then these are the tippers for you. Very nice indeed. Moving on to my third mod I'm going to do a quick look at. This is a familiar one. This is the Forage Chips silo from... Oh, I need to get it right every single time. I get all the letters muddled up. It is Bdbssb. I always want to get the S's and B's around the wrong way. Bdbssb. Brilliant silo. I've already done a mod review on this. I've done an update review on this. Really, really do like this mod. I've chatted a little bit online to the modder. Really, really nice. This update today has added in a version with ramps and a tipping point. See under there all the different things it can take, giving you kind of a taste of what can be put in here. I think because the original version, if we come into placeables, where are we? Here we go. Forage Chips silo standard, and then Forage Chips silo 2. This model has a ramp and grate. I think because the other one you could place it, but there was nothing in front, and I think some people don't like that concept, or they feel it's unrealistic just tipping onto the grass. So this one, the ramps and grate have been added to give you that kind of more realistic feel to it, which I have to say I do like that. It's a nice touch, and it saves all the ground around where you're doing it getting really muddy and boggy and an absolute mess. So very, very nice addition. So the Forage Chip Silo 2, that's an update in the Modhub today. Thought I'd give that one a bit of a shout out. This is one of my favourite mods at the moment. There are a few about, but this I really, really do like. Right, 3 down, 1 to go. The last one I'm going to have a quick look at is this. Interesting. I saw these used a few days ago now, actually, by Daggerwin on his, I think it was West Coast. I'm sure it was on the West Coast. He was using them. I could be wrong on the actual map, but it was definitely Daggerwin that I saw using them anyway. This is by Gapaolo, I think it's Gapaolo, Team FSI Modding, big bags. And as you can see in front of you, they are indeed big bags. Again, we will have a quick look in here, and they come under pallets, and they are lizard, fertilizer bag, seed bag, and pig food big bag. The prices are 1,200 regardless. The amount you get in each one is 800 litres. There are pros and cons with this. I like the fact it's something a bit different. It's nice, it's not pallets, it looks different, they do stand out. Let's be honest, you're not going to mix them up. It says very clearly seed, and it has a pig on there. I'm thinking that's pig food. Very, very clear, very, very nice, kind of detailed, the way that they're scrunched up at the top and that kind of thing. I have had a bit of a fiddle around with these. Downside to this, we'll go back into the store. Now, they're only 800 litres. The pallets, if we scroll across, are 1,000 litres. So you've got your seed, you've got your fertiliser, you've got your pig food. The prices for these are all different. So if you're looking at buying fertiliser, for 1,000 litres on the pallets, it's 1,600. So if you're going to get fertiliser, which is there, it's cheaper, 1,200 rather than 1,600. 400 cheaper, but there's 200 litres less. So you've got to weigh it up. Is it value for money? Are you just going to use them because it's something different to use rather than just using the pallet still? When we move on to the seed is where it gets a bit more interesting. The seed big bags of pallets are 1,000 litres for 900. These are 800 litres for 1,200. So they're actually more expensive for less. So yeah, I don't know why you would necessarily use those then. Again, just to be a little bit different, I guess. The pricing is a little bit off, I think. The pig food, the standard in-game pig food big bag is 1,400 for 1,000 litres. This is 1,200 for 800 litres. That's probably going to work out about equitable, probably about the same. Because for 1,000 litres it's 1,400. That's cheaper, but you're getting less. So yeah, probably about the same. I haven't done the absolute maths on this. I haven't worked out precisely, but just going through this now in my head, yeah, probably about the same. So they're a bit different. Something interesting to do, to look at. What I will do is show you very, very quickly what I've kind of just had a fiddle around with. They do work perfectly well with pallet forks, pallet tines. They work perfectly well. Actually, I'll do it with the pallet ones first. They work fine with pallet forks, pallet tines, whatever you'd rather call them. Unfortunately, I mean, you can probably have a fiddle around. You'll probably find in the CSZ pack, you might find some forks that are adjustable or wider or whatever they are, but you can't, unfortunately, at the moment. Let me try and get that about the right height. You can't get, there we go, you can't get two on at the same time on these forks because they're just a little bit too close together. But there we go, lift that up. Very, very nice. Now what I did notice was, and this is an interesting one, I mean it happens anyway, I think, for unloading, but as soon as I come past the trailer here, the cover will automatically open, like so. If I zoom that up and swing that over, it will unload out of the bag into the trailer. 800 litres does not go very far. Anyway, right, so that's with the pallet forks. That works quite nicely. The bale tines work exactly the same way. Very, very nice indeed. One thing I did try, which I thought might work, I know I'm waffling on a little bit here, but because they're a little bit wider, I thought straight away, the roll type bale fork, that'll work and I'll be able to get two on. Unfortunately, I couldn't get that to go through the loop. The loop at the top of the bag, that would not go through. But like I say, if you've installed the CSZ pack, there are a few different options available. You might be able to find, I'm thinking maybe on this wide set here, you could put one on the outside one side, one on the outside the other. That might well work. It might also work on the Kotek fork with claws. Again, one on the outside bale tine, one on the inside or the far side. So that could work. Maybe even the hook, the little crane thing, that might work as well. But that would be something to have a bit of a fiddle around with. But what I have kind of tried with, and I found is quite quick and quite easy to do, is either with the a bale grab, round bale grab, or this one which I've always liked since it came out. Is it Tanko, the bale handler, the D80. This is really nice, he says. This one's really nice, and it works very, very well. Open and close it, get into the pallet, or not pallet, the bag, drop it down, and we can grab it either side. Obviously the feature on this is the fact it's got loops, but this will work. It'll pick them up, no problem at all. Slightly quicker maybe. Putting them down in amongst other ones is slightly trickier, and when you want to get them really close it can be a bit awkward. That's why it's got the loops on the top, but as long as you're a little bit gentle with the controls, I can open it out a little bit and away we go. So there we go, it does work. It works with the loops, it works with pallet forks, it works with bale tines. Let's just hop out of there. And I'm sure with a bit of fiddling around you'll be able to find a setup that works very well for you if you choose to use them. And that's it. That's the roundup from me. 4 mods in one guide too. I would normally do one review for each one, but I thought I'd sling them all into one. This might be a little bit longer today, but I have covered 4 mods in one review. All very exciting stuff. So, a big thank you to CatFan18 Mods, gapaolo, Team FSI Modding, Bdbssb again, and Big Pharma 145. Some very nice mods, some great detailing. They seem to all work very well. Again, that will only sort of be shown the more they get used, the more people use them. I'm sure people say there might be issues here, there and everywhere, which can happen, but I would like to think they're all going to be fine and they're going to work exactly how you want them to. I hope you found this useful and informative. As I've said before, even if it's just to have a quick look at them and think, oh okay, that's what they look like, or to have a look at them and think, don't like that, not going to use it, or you know what, that's fantastic, that is a must-have. Whichever one you choose. I hope you've liked it and found it useful. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, as always, thanks for watching.